You ever see a car and feel something? Not just impressed, not just curious, but moved. That's exactly what happened when I first laid eyes on the 2026 Lexus LX 800H, bathed in a matte red so deep it almost swallowed the light. This SUV doesn't just occupy space, it commands it. You don't look at the LX 800H and think, wow, a car. You think, wow, a statement. Think of it as a G-Class that's been to meditation camp. Still powerful, still massive, but calm, deliberate, almost untouchable. From the back, the LX 800H has presence. The tail lights stretch wide and low, like the SUV is crouched in anticipation. There's a tension here that feels alive, and unlike some rivals, the chrome-heavy Rolls-Royces or the theatrics of a Maybach, nothing on this rear screams for attention. It simply asserts it. The way the rear fascia blends into the flared wheel arches gives it a grounded, muscular stance, while the subtle spoiler adds motion even at a standstill. It's elegant without trying too hard, a theme Lexus clearly nailed across this SUV. Slide over to the left side and you begin to see the LX 800H's soul. Its silhouette is long, wide, and unapologetic, yet balanced in a way that feels almost serene. No exaggerated curves, no unnecessary flares, just perfectly considered proportions. You notice the matte red isn't flashy, it's disciplined. It doesn't shout, it whispers power. Compare it to a Mercedes GLS or a Range Rover. Both impressive in their own right, but the LX 800H feels more thoughtful, like it spent decades perfecting how it should exist in the world. And that side profile, it's pure Lexus DNA, sculpted, purposeful, with a hint of primal energy. Flip to the right and the front hits you differently. That spindle grille, once polarizing, now feels like a revelation. Sharper, more precise, it dominates the front without overpowering it. The headlights are like surgical instruments, slim, sharp, and designed to cut through not just night, but expectation. Every vent, crease, and fold on this front end isn't for show, it's functional art. The aerodynamics feel less engineered and more inspired by the elements, as if wind and philosophy came together to sculpt this SUV. Where some SUVs move through the air, the LX 800H commands it. Step inside and the transformation is almost spiritual. You don't climb in, you descend. The world outside dulls, and suddenly you're cocooned in a cabin that balances technology with tranquility. Lexus has always been about craftsmanship, but the LX 800H feels like a masterwork, a statement in how materials, textures, and even scent can evoke emotion. Black leather melds with brushed carbon and satin trim in a way that feels alive. The faint, curated smell of leather hits just right, a subtle reminder that this isn't just travel, this is ritual. Your eyes adjust, and that's when the magic of the interior reveals itself. Two massive floating OLED displays glow with a soft authority, not as distractions but as instruments in a symphony. They don't dominate, they harmonize. Every switch, dial, and haptic press feels considered, as if human touch guided the engineering from the very beginning. This is honesty in design, not a chase for futuristic spectacle, but a celebration of what feels real, tactile, and profound. Under the hood, the LX 800H is just as commanding. A twin-turbocharged V8 hybrid cranks out 720 horsepower, enough to put many sports cars to shame. The idle hum isn't just sound, it's anticipation. Press the accelerator and that hum becomes a whisper of fury, as if the SUV is holding back just for you. 0 to 60 in under 4 seconds feels almost impossible for something this massive, yet the delivery is natural, controlled, refined. No strain, just pure, unshakable strength. The hybrid system doesn't dilute the experience, it enhances it. Electric motors and combustion dance together so seamlessly that you stop differentiating between the two. And then there's the suspension. Adaptive, intelligent, almost sentient, it predicts imperfections before you even register them. Gravel, snow, mud, or potholes, none of it phases the LX 800H off-road. It doesn't react, it anticipates. On-road, it floats with poise, carving turns as if the world beneath it doesn't exist, yet every input feels human and alive. It's a rare balance, a fluidity that turns driving into meditation. Inside, silence rules, but it's not emptiness. It's clarity. At speed, all you hear is what matters, the soft whisper of tires, the controlled pulse of motion. Every vibration that slips through is deliberate, part of a rhythm you subconsciously follow. This isn't isolation, it's purity. And then the human connection hits, the moment you realize this SUV isn't just obeying commands. It's listening. Steering weights itself perfectly, heavy when you need certainty, light when you need finesse. Brakes don't interrupt, they converse. The LX 800H adapts to your rhythm, remembers it, and subtly molds the experience around you. Even the cabin lighting participates. Colors shift with your mood and drive mode. Crisp whites for comfort, deep reds in sport, tranquil blues in eco, all echoing the matte red outside. At night, the interior feels cinematic. City lights reflect across the hood, creating a moving performance that elevates the mundane act of commuting into choreography. Behind the wheel, you feel anchored, untouchable, not proud, just centered. Chaos outside becomes irrelevant. The LX 800H doesn't just transport you, it shields you. Compared to its peers, Bentley Bentayga, Rolls-Royce Cullinan, or Maybach GLS, the LX 800H doesn't try to outshine them. It doesn't need to. It operates on a different frequency, one of quiet authority, meditative confidence, and effortless dominance. This isn't an SUV about spectacle, it's about essence, quiet rebellion wrapped in sublime craftsmanship. Every glance, every touch, every drive reinforces that it doesn't need to advertise greatness. It simply embodies it. Now let's talk numbers. That V8 hybrid's 720 horsepower is paired with a torque figure that could pull a small moon, yet Lexus has ensured refinement and composure remain at the forefront. The all-wheel drive system is reactive, predictive even, making off-road adventures not just possible, but almost effortless. And thanks to hybrid integration, efficiency doesn't take a back seat. Though let's be honest, the LX 800H isn't about saving gas. It's about doing everything brilliantly. Price, expect to pay for the privilege. The LX 800H sits in a territory where the big European names play, but unlike them, it brings a sense of calm to a chaotic